Alrighty. Let's see if I can get it right this time. This is my third time trying to make this video, but I thought I could do better each time. Um, part 3 of 4, my thoughts on the Quran after reading it. Sure, I would have bigger lists and be able to talk for a lot longer if I would have taken notes while I was reading, but I was not planning making these videos while I was reading the Quran. But one motivation I had to make these videos, these are the differences, differences between my religion's teachings or my personal way of looking at it and the Quran. One of my inspirations for making this video is I was talking to a Muslim I know about what I thought about the Quran after reading it, and he didn't try to listen to me and didn't let me finish the thought I was on. I mean, I wasn't talking for hours and hours, just something that would have taken a little bit of time to get out, and that thought that I was cut off on was, I don't think wife is the right word to use to describe this one of the rewards that the pious men will receive in paradise. It describes these women who doesn't say they come from earth, doesn't say they're, you know, resurrected or the pious women from earth, who have the perfect bodies, that their skin is so white, so clear you can see the bone marrow. One difference, I don't think dark skin is ugly. I won't complain if there's dark skin in the celestial kingdom. In fact, I'd be surprised if God, made people who don't look ugly now become white and lightened up their skin. But the wife is not the right word, and I don't say that because I know the Arabic. I said it because I know English. My wife is somebody who is the same thing I am. I'm a human, born on Earth, grew up on Earth. My wife was born on Earth many years before me, grew up on Earth, and wife's not the right word for somebody that doesn't have that in common. And there's another difference. I believe in the celestial kingdom. I will have my wife there if she and I endure to the end. If I have a second wife or third wife given to me in the celestial kingdom, it would be a woman who was born on this earth and grew up on this earth and is like me. And thus, I could be called a wife, being the same thing I am. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if God gives me a second wife in heaven, it would be because that woman was pious, did what she was supposed to, follow the commandments, but did not and was not able to, on this earth, get married in the right way to have a marriage that would last in heaven. If there's a second wife for me in heaven, it'll be that, not something created from scratch so I can never be bored and always have a woman there to do things with. Another difference, drinking in paradise. In the Quran it says you get to drink in paradise. My religion hasn't taught definitively one way or the other on that, but it doesn't make sense to me. My personal opinion, until my religion comes out with a statement, is God's not going to let me do something in paradise or a celestial kingdom that I can't do here. It makes more sense in my mind if God doesn't not only doesn't let me do it there, but takes away the temptation in my resurrected new body that's ready to go live in the celestial kingdom. Take away all those temptations that I struggle with now. not that alcohol is one of the ones that I struggle with. You don't need to know what all my specific little temptations are that I feel as I go throughout my day. What do the women in heaven get if the men get these things? I don't. That's one thing I don't understand, and it's a difference. It's the treatment of women is a difference. The women witness testimony in court to prove the guilt of something counts for half of a man's. I disagree with that. And I'm sure Jesus Christ did not come out of his mother's womb speaking. How about the Quran says he does, and I'm sure even when he was a very small child, he wasn't making little birds come to life, creating little birds out of dust. I'm sure Jesus Christ grew up, had a normal childhood where he was not talking as a baby, talking a little bit, talking a little more, learning to read, and reading the Torah, and learning a little bit more, and maybe he did have some extra angelic visitations to help him learn what he needed to learn to become who he became, who he was destined to become. And the last one I can think of for this video, differences. The Quran several times points to the creation, talks about how amazing the earth is, or something like that, and I agree with that. And I agree that there must have been a creator. The more we learn about things, the more it's obvious and scientifically proven that the things on this earth could not have just happened. Something had to put it together. The power had to put it together, and intelligence had to design the things. The Quran makes a leap from that to, see, that proves the Quran is true, and that proves that Muhammad is God's messenger. Huh? I would never say, scientific evidence continues to stack up the more scientists engage in actual science and learning, that there is a creator. That proves the Book of Mormon is true. That proves Joseph Smith is a prophet. I wouldn't say that. I don't see that's some difference between me and the Quran. I don't see how the proof that there is a creator, that things couldn't have just happened, somehow proves that other things, that the Quran is the Word of God. And those are my thoughts on the Quran. Differences between the Quran and the teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and my personal way of looking at things on issues that I talked about that my church doesn't have a teaching on, hasn't said something about. Thank you. Bye.